Moshi, good morning. Wonderful Friday, except for me. I finally have to return to work. Oh, but I only got to work the weekend, then apparently I'm off again. I don't know how that worked out, but so I guess good for me. I guess. I gotta tell you, I was reading the Discord earlier this morning. I don't think I've been more confused ever. Reading something about a game that we've just started to play, and I mean, I'm confused about the majority of games I play, but someone gave me like the Cole's notes of it, and therefore I'm even more confused. I was thinking to myself, should I change? Oh, come on! Oh, it's just I was gonna be like, really? Get into them options. System config. Where is that music that plays music? Even though it's not active. There we go. I need that for streaming purposes. I'm probably going to shut that off for other purposes. But we are now on into the post Shadowbringers quest line. Look at that happy guy. I mean, you can barely see his face. Look at that. He is a happy paladin. I guess I was lost. Thing. Yeah, I did. I got some. Just leveling up some tanky stuff, but we were playing as the Reaper. I wasn't able to play much as I wanted to. This was busy afternoons and weekends, or busy afternoon and evenings. Sorry, I would have been able to probably touch a little bit and get some stuff going on. I really am wanting to get something different than Reaper to level up as so we'll stick with what we are right now. There's nothing I can do for it right now, but oh, that's okay. I'm going to finish this. I was in the middle of something. Oh, you can't unmount because I'm in an area you're not supposed to even be mounted in. Hi, is someone here? Hi, can we have a conversation? Hi, how are you, sir? I'm gonna ruin your day. Oh, is there another guy over here? Of course. You're just healing up everybody, aren't you? A little bit of Action Jackson on the two of you. Yeah, heal yourself all day. That's what you're planning to do, right? A little bit of a poke. Now can I go in here? And I believe there is one more that we have to go and find. Which we'll do. We'll find. Piece of gallant armor. This one isn't even. Oh god. Oh, sorry. You standing over here. That's great for you. That's great. You're accomplishing so many good things here, you squire. Good old squire. But it's not going to be what you need. My bird's gonna ruin your day too. Okay, now can we go in here? Meet up with the golem. Why is it so glowy in here? I love the purple glow. I think people would be happy people if you could have that. Alright, now we're going to go on into Shake and Resolve. I'll hand that in a little bit later. Let's go see where that's taking me. No rant. And the Audium. God, I always pick that. It's like I don't want to use my Aetherites. I want to use the Aetherites, so I don't want to use the venture tickets unless it's over 1,000 gil, because you're generally making good enough money with things, and I probably don't want to be that class around here. I want to be the sexy Reaper. I thought the whatever this is called back here, this thing, it's sore. I thought I'd slept on it okay last night, and then it's the like I mean. I have good posture. Like, I don't know what it. Maybe need to raise my chair. Going no good for me. Anyways, blow on in. I'm not feeling this minion right now, so we're gonna go away with him as well. Go on in over and speak with the Crystal Exarch. We know is that our best cat boy ever? I think. Who do we bring out? Oh, okay, nice. Is that Seaman? Okay. That's Seaman. That is Seaman, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Gatekeep, I would love to speak with the Crystal Exarch if you'll allow me to enter the Ocular. There he is. I still get. I mean, I know there's you know, this might be his living room or something. You know, there's doors, but you know, there's no seating area. I mean, look, if I had a nice floor like this, maybe I wouldn't want to put a big area rug there, or cover it with a, you know, furniture or whatnot. But I feel like, you know, give somewhere, some place to at least a potted plant, perhaps. And I was gonna say in a corner, but it's a circular room. Ah, Bastion, you've returned. I hope your time in the source was suitably restful? Oh, but of course it wasn't. Go on. Oh, the corporal ether shows signs of instability? By the gods, the possibility never even occurred to me. If you have returned in the hope of my research has yielded a solution, I feel you'll be sorely disappointed. It's but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Kryle and Master Matoya to keep our friend's body safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. Are we going to be speaking these roles? There they are, there's the gang! For the gang bang. I don't think that's what's happening. I was just gonna say, where are the others? There he is.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Ranjay, where's Thancred?
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
I gotta get this coffee again. This is great stuff. Like a hazelnut vanilla. It's missing Wayne Gretzky's semen.
You begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's findings.
People apparently think shit's going down on social media this weekend, all because is it Peter Thiel? Peter Thiel?
I suppose it was only to be
got up and moved to Argentina. And people, you know, who are billionaires don't just get up and go to a completely different country for no apparent reason.
How long they will remain so is another question.
I don't know.
Kryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Folks, if you see a bright light in the sky and it's not the sun,
of the method
just accept it.
What you here will yield some inspiration.
That's no
It
moon.
must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first. To use an analogy,
Have we already told this man that we love his hair?
in the fabric of reality,
Great color choice.
tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their
Well, that coffee didn't
incomplete
last
state.
long. See what you can accomplish when you start to drink your coffee immediately instead of waiting 30 minutes and forgetting about your coffee and then having to go warm it up, forgetting about it again. And then you're like, oh, it's almost beer o'clock, and oh, the whole world just goes to shit.
Went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home.
But that's right, we still have to get home.
Should all else fail, and your lives be at stake,
Do we get to live here with you if that doesn't work out?
a method.
Do I call like a side of a wall or something?
Oh! What was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't...
Oh god, just flick him right in the forehead. It was glorious.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion?
Perhaps
Rather
we
than
could.
dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove...
Oh, I love that word, behoove.
Success.
Great word. It's not used often enough.
I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of his body and soul, but his personal effects
Are
besides.
they talking about me? Am I the
This is
friend
no
that can
different
travel?
from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us his possessions, he could carry our souls back to the source upon his person?
Or are they talking about the Exarch?
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on his part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend.
Like a name, you know.
Yet, were we to immure our souls within an object in his possession, mayhap then...
Oh, am I gonna put you all in like a big giant cube? Take you with me?
White Auracite would...
Carry it around like a sizable Amazon box?
Purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify
Not so much a
means
box,
by which
more of
they
a
might be
stone.
transferred back onto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us.
Okay, send me on this fetch quest to kill squirrels or something then. Let's go.
On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves.
Oh no, not the elves. I heard they're
In
racist.
the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after.
I think it's the other way around. I think people are racist towards the elves, not that the elves are
Occupied a
racist.
place of honor
Could be
in
wrong.
Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrand is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
Well, there can't be any Sky Wardens anymore, right? They all gotta be gone. I don't know. Alright. Got something out of that. Shake and resolve. We got a coffer! And, money. Always take the money, kids. Save it for a rainy day, I think. That's what they do. Alright, a grand adventure. The Crystal Exarch would waste no time in seeking help for your stranded comrades. The Grand Cosmos, that is. The palace we seek stands on the opposite shore of the source. I'll arrange for a boat to carry us there. Whilst your journey is either, I think it'd be best I devote mine energies to the creation of White Auracite. And by the leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the Numau consent to lending us their aid, we'll have need of suitable vessel ere long. Agreed. I'll ask the rest of you meet me in Sullen, and do be prepared for a warm reception. Okay, it's decided. Now, do I want to, oh yeah, they gave me another Louis Soix card? How dare they? Alright, where's that coffer that we just got? Although I don't, like, I have a feeling this weapon that Wolfslayer gave me is probably pretty good. So maybe I want to hold on to that coffer for another moment. Maybe for another class I might need something else. I mean, God, I could just ask the man for more gear. He seems to be handing it out like candy. I'm still more concerned that I can't find this coffer. We got a banner. Oh, there it is. 2 coffers. 75 and 100. What is this? A wind-up Grahata? I haven't used this yet. What are we doing? Ah, get that guy on in on it. I've been trying to figure if I want to sort of fiddle around on my my bar. I really don't, because I'm just gonna get used to something in probably about 3 months, give or take. Evolve mode will probably come out, and that'll be the end of that, and I'll have to relearn something new anyways. Alright, so we can just head on out of here to the grand adventure. And I ran so far away. Better get away. Boom, 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 boom. Do I just like yeet myself off of this? Into the lakeland? Into the lake land? Am I supposed to like go over here? Over there? Follow the bridge? Follow the bridge and through the house to grandmother's house we go. And I don't know the words we say, that doesn't matter to me. Didn't get to see what that minion was. Oh, okay. An oldie but a goodie. Oh, there we go. God, this boat, this feels so god dang slow. But it's just as fast as a chocobo. Is there no I guess, yeah, I guess there's no fast travel there. Don't mind me, folks, just taking a nice leisurely stroll in my land boat. Can't call it a car because there's no wheels. I do have a car, but I don't like the song it plays. We go on through the forest of the lost shepherd. Look, there's a tree. Hello, Groot. I am Groot. You are Groot. A lot of purple around here. A lot of purple. Now, are these things just avoiding me? Oh god, no. I was just like, oh, you know, is 9 levels ahead good enough? I don't know. Just follow the path. You'll get there. Hog trap, hop trap, flop trap, giant iguana. Suck me in with your beautiful. Oh my god, what's that beautiful thing? Stay away from that thing. I don't know if that thing will fuck my day up. It probably will fuck my day up, and I have zero interest in having my day fucked up right now. Maybe later. But currently, zero interest. I do have to say, I am more sick and tired of like the novice network not really overly being helpful to novices anymore, and instead has just turned into a general chat for people, because there really isn't one in this game, which is sort of, I guess, the part of the problem. I don't know if they would add a general chat. Would that be a problem? I mean, look, if you want to have a chat with people, I guess you could join a guild or a faction, whatever the fuck they call them in this game. But the amount of times that I've asked questions of people in the novice chat and or asked for help and assistance of something, it's always just like, oh dude, like they just like blurt out stupid answers as if, like, heaven forbid I asked something in a novice network in regards to being helped. This is the boat? You're the Crystal Exarch and this is the boat? I was expecting a yacht. Fuck's sakes. As I told you before, I'd scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon our host's familiars, and I expect our reception to be no different. Which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn. I'm sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? You can't honestly think barging on in looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the Exarch may have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into their creations. Were I them, I should be most interested to meet those who would overcome my defenses. That's what any true seeker of knowledge, and there's little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can seize their interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience. We're ready to go. That's the spirit, I guess. Weapons drawn it is! Though I must say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. I think he is. Do I? I won't deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. You both seem to be in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Not that I'm surprised, your moods invariably improve when Bastion is around. It feels like we're going off into a raid. Well, what exactly are you implying? He averted a calamity. The light which seemed destined to consume him has been extinguished. It's only natural that we'd be pleased to see him. Yes, well, we'll have plenty of time to celebrate his good health after we've finished here. Of course. Well, let's proceed to the palace. The Grand Cosmos is now accessible. I was not expecting a duty, but we may be in luck. If our friend is not online right now, it does look like we'll be able to do this with NPCs. So I will jump to that, and that seems like an easy fix to do. I really hope going forward, like, this is adjusted for literally everything. I really do. I think this is the secret to, like, for older content. The new stuff, I assume this isn't a problem with people. Like, you know, because there's people probably doing that. But the older content like this, it just sort of seems, you know, these are the people I can choose from. Why it would like appear there? Like, can I move both these things? No. So we got myself. Oh, I get to choose. Okay, we got the crit. Okay, so the only. Oh, I would rather have Y'shtola than Alice.
Victory will be ours.
I think we're good to go. And I mean, and the awesome part of that too is, I mean, I know that they take their time. That's something more a little bit my speed that I actually really prefer. Especially when I'm even like doing some older content and everyone wants to rush through and get things done. I want to take my time, but very slow for this stuff, which is great. I'm trying to figure, is that one of my cats meowing? My one problem of like that you can't really pause during these things. And also, will they wait? Do they follow me if I walk? I think they'll stay here if I don't move for a moment. I hear like meowing, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. Alright, cat 1 and 2 have been found, so I don't know why I heard meowing. I mean, someone might have, I mean, Oreo last night when I was just watching TV, I don't know what he was seeing. Like, I mean, we don't really have birds too much area, but he was seeing something out on the balcony, and he wants to, like, the both of them, they just sit there, and when we're out on our patio balcony, like, they just both want to be out there, and we're unsure because I mean, it's not like we're super high up, but I mean, I still don't want them stumbling around on the fourth floor or something, so. Alright, which way do we gotta go? Improvised. Oh god. So I guess that's sort of the... Oh, do we not have, No, the Crystal I was just gonna say, what is the Crystal Exarch doing here? Yeah, we'll take a little bit longer, that's okay, but it is what it is. I mean, my essence is like, hey, you know what? Just nobody dies, right? Just soaking it all up. Moving on. One of these doors gonna open? Surely. Don't call me Shirley. I mean, this does look nice. It's a nice little chamber, right? Very beautiful. I wouldn't mind being here. Oh, God. Easily stay out of the way here. Everything's all nice and cordial here. Or I go with Lifo. I mean, he's never gonna run a mob family ever again in his life. Yeah, I feel like I mean I really do look forward to the evolved mode. It's gonna get like if you look at this blow, like I'm not even top level of 100. The way I look at it is like there are too many buttons for me to be hitting, and they're all like, oh, if this happens, then you have to do this, or that happens. Are we fucking up these brooms? It's not. How Fantasia of them. But like I was sort of under the impression of like maybe they'll do this for certain classes, not all, but so be it. It seems that there'll be just replacing like multiple combo button presses with just one button press. Like not necessarily you just hit once, like you're just gonna hit the same button 3 times for say a 3 button combo as opposed to having to hit 3 different buttons, which is fine to me. That sounds fine. I mean, that's I was just under the impression of like, I mean, there's too many buttons to be hitting here, and I said this before, like I don't know if like it's the large majority on Reddit are currently fans and don't really want to see that sort of happen, but they're getting it. But the option is there for people to not have to use it, and that's I think is the answer. If people want to use the old school style, go ahead. No one's gonna hurt you. No one's gonna be like. I almost just picture like is there going to be a world where like not that I do the rating or anything like that, but is there going to be a world where people are going to be like, look, you're not going to be in our static if you're using, you know, evolved mode, like heaven forbid type of thing. Like, that'd be ridiculous. I don't think there's any difference. I mean, how would they even know? Probably, but... It's been a long time since I had raided in World of Warcraft. You know, I think it was Cataclysm was the expansion, so obviously quite some time. Yeah. I would like to try it, but you know, I just remember like part of me even like having to stop raiding in World of War. It's such a time commitment that I just do not have, you know, at my disposal. Like, you know, like wish that things like that were a little bit more. I don't want to say easier because I don't think it's not that, you know, content needs to be easier. It's not that. It's just like, but I don't want. I don't know, the things that I'm sitting here thinking of just talking out loud about, sort of are just their own. They're issues that I don't think I want fixed, type of thing. I was like, if it's a time issue, I don't want people to just be able to get gear, you know, by buying it and be able to go and do a raid. I'm sure they can probably do that already, but like I get why these things exist, but I don't know. Now we get to find out, will the NPCs utilize their use the limit break, I wonder. There or not, I probably will not. Probably supposed to avoid these, yep, okay. Again, just follow what they're doing, I guess, right? Alright, looks like everything's happening in on us, so. I can soak that a little bit better. It's supposed to like, nope, they're not, thought we were supposed to like all stack or something. Okay, so everyone's coming in. Just getting away. Follow where the NPCs go, man. Do you ever get to change your Reaper friends? Like, I know, like, you know, summoners have their carbuncle and all that stuff. Like, do I get to change my guy? You know, make him more cool, less cool? I feel like I'm taking damage that I shouldn't be taking there. I don't know. I mean, that much I get. That much I get. Oh god, don't stand in that. Jesus Christ, that was a mistake.
This is going to be the mark.
Alright, first boss down. alright. Now I do wonder, at something like this, where I'm the only guy, do they just give me drops? Like, are they lesser drops? That'd be interesting. I certainly picture, like, at this point, like, after we're said and done all of this stuff here, like, is someone going to be welcoming us? Like, oh, you made it through our big problem here. That's great. It's like, what is attacking me? I'm trying to figure out whether I would want to be hitting 1, 2, 3, or as I am currently hitting 1, 4, 7 for my combo. Where again, this wouldn't be a problem involved. I'd just be hitting 1, 1, 1, and then adjusting to something else, and it wouldn't even be mattering. It wouldn't even matter. Music being played, it's very nice. I mean, you know, name a Final Fantasy game that has bad music. I don't know. I don't think I can really name one. I mean, I'm sure it exists. I have, you know, when I think about how my love for the series and really of the ones I've played, like 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. That's it. You know, there's some gaps there. Certainly are some gaps. All into the gap.
To leave a mark.
Oh, is it? I mean, sure. Whatever. You say whatever you want there. I remember running into you guys many moons ago. I think you were on a chocobo. No, that was Gridania. Oh, you guys are like bombs, and you're okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Bombs just covered like that, eh? On out of there. Fine. Look at that. Jordan learns to play once in a while. Shocking. Get out of there. Get out of there. I will say, like, I don't know if there's, like, mouse options or whatever. Like, I certainly do lose the location of my mouse. I don't know if that's just my age of Jordan's losing his sight here or what, but it's... When you're focused on certain things, I certainly find myself like, where on earth is my mouse cursor? Like, I don't know if it's just a contrast thing, like at the moment, like, it could be. I should look that up. I don't want to do that right now, but I should look that up. That's got to be a thing. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that. It's got to be a little streaming nook right there. Is there one over there too? No. Okay. I'm definitely hearing cats meow. Oh, Coco. Jordan, check your house. You have cats here, for crying out loud. I am certainly learning a good rotation here. Like it is flowing. And I love that the Reaper is doing all the flippy shit. You know, he's setting the tone for it. This weird feeling, like, is my chat not working? I'm always concerned about these things. Luckily, they won't move on, so I can check that immediately. I mean, I checked them before. Ever since that Puddles ran into that situation of where we couldn't see her chat, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make sure that every time I'm going to be, I'm gonna check my chat. Okay, no, we're all good. We're all good. Using these plugins with OBS and stuff to make my life easier when you're multi-streaming, I wish... I mean, part of the problem of when the last thing shut down, I'm trying to think, was it Stream Elements we were using? Like, maybe that was what was happening, because Stream Elements might get sold. But all of the multi-streaming stuff just shit itself. And so I had to move on to another plugin. I'm trying to think what the name of this one is. I should probably... What is this one? I can't even remember. You'd think it'd be like written down somewhere. I don't even see it. I don't want to like look too hard here, but like usually it would sit the it's in the doc notes or something, but I don't see it. Yeah, without like clicking on things too much. Anyways, so now I can't use a custom RTMP server, which I was using to go to Rumble. I mean, not many people did watch me. I do feel bad for Ken, who was watching me there. Oh, she's pretty. Look at that, lean and Sith. So I'll keep looking into it. Like, my one problem, or my one concern with something like Rumble is I wish it was sort of like Kick and Stream and everything, you know, and Twitch and YouTube. Like, why I have to like make a custom RTMP server? There's something with their settings as to why it can't just be all built in. So
This is going to leave a mark.
I'd rather it not be that way, but we all like want to stand. Oh, okay. What are we doing? How do I put? All right, so we want the seeds. I guess, yeah, we don't want the seeds to grow. Okay, I can catch on with that. Simple enough. Oh God. Oh, did I run in the wrong... I am so sorry. I am so sorry. It's my bad, Y'shtola.
Don't be so reckless.
That's a problem of, like, I mean, someone else would have made a call there, like, oh shit, you know, gotta go the wrong way, but you know, they're stuck in their ways, man. They ain't gonna move. So, they're like, well, this is where we're going. Oh, come on! Okay, I can't even reach that one, so we're gonna have to deal probably with a, Oh, is that why they didn't move it? Because the wind was gonna... Oh, you had to like, think. Gotta use your brain. Oh my God, I'm not used to having to use my brain in these things. Oh, please, I was just gonna say, please do not nail me with that. I was out of it on that one. I was out. Just when you think you're out, they pull you back in.
This is going to leave a mark.
they're just stuck in their ways. That just like, hey, look, that's my corner, man. Don't you dare come over there.
Focus. Release!
There we go. Well done. I don't know if they've made these easier if you play with NPCs, or I would assume it's just all the same. Like, beautiful house. Can we live here? Or would we be allowed to do that? Attacking me for? What did I do? Follow little old me, folks. Follow little old me. Well, I'll take you to where you need to go. That door probably opens, but I mean, I know I'm carrying a little scythe as a little person, but it would help out just a little bit if there's a little bit more range to that. Just a teensy little bit. Did more of these pop up that I am unaware of or something? Get this treasure coffer. Good. Here, great. Oh, things happening here. Are these ghosts? Oh no, what are we walking into here? I mean, someone's roaring the fire. Someone's keeping it going. Good for them. Oh god, they're coming after me there, Crystal Exarch, oh my god, help me! Sir Javeth, Sir Mothbert, and Sir Grim. Good for these people. They got great names. And they look great. They look the part, which is really important for a lot of these people. I mean, I knew if I was living in a palace like this, I'd have expectations of my fashion sense. No fashion faux pas would be allowed to be had. Kicked right to the curb. Yeah, I do feel like with playing with the NPCs, one problem is that they're all attacking differing things. Like, they can't all just focus on one thing. Like, you know, work as a team. Heaven forbid we do that. What a concept. Oh god, more? Oh, this guy. Oh, he's got a horse. I mean, look, I don't know if they want horses around just prancing around here, but it's not my house, so people can make those decisions as they wish. Wish there was not a global cooldown on that particular button. What move is that? Stole Slice. I sort of wish there was not a... Is that another thing they're getting rid of? I thought that was what you know, one of the, you know, getting rid of that 2 second cooldown on things. I'm assuming there will be still a cooldown on things. I remember I said this before. That was a big complaint of people coming from World of Warcraft. Is like, it's very weird to think that like you hit a button and then there's like a wait time where, you know, like it doesn't happen immediately, and that's a hard thing for people to get over. If they can't really get used to it, I guess. Like, if you work it out okay, like, it's fine. Like, it's just in a difference of trying to make it work. Lord Tuathwal? What? Is this something about tits? We didn't like that. Moving on. Oh, another treasure. More useless material. Oh my god. There was a very similar World of Warcraft dungeon that was like this, with ghosts and dancing and somebody's. It wasn't a palace. It was a castle, but there were still lots of good things going on. Hey, it's the guy that met us at the very beginning. He looks fun. You have sullied these halls long enough. Come, Lugus, our guests yet wait for company. Oh, he has the power of fire. The insatiable flame Lugus. He'll be great. Might be able to warm up around with him. Sure, he'll be fighting fire with fire, won't we? Alright. Can you imagine this game went as far as where, like, oh, like, fire wouldn't work on this guy as a black mage? That would be disastrous. Like, you could only use ice. I think we should always keep one in the bank. Alright, so people are just standing there. Okay. Oh, okay. Can we not stand in the same thing? Is that So when I die, we all die. Okay. That's an understanding mark right there. Okay. I don't know what I was standing. It looked like I was not in where the flame was gonna go there, but am I supposed to stand by the grand piano or what? I was standing where, maybe that was the problem. I was standing where somebody else was. Oh, God. You don't have a lot of time to adjust for that either. Okay, I see where it goes now. no one's moving, so... I guess we all just run over to the piano. Sure. I want him to come to me?
I will not hold back.
Ah! That just attacks so quickly. Are we supposed to do something with that? Whoa!
Don't be so reckless.
Okay, so you just gotta go to... Oh my god, Alphino died. Are they not getting him up? Expecting me to get him up? Okay, you guys click on him.
Last stand.
What happened there? Go banana? I gotta say, I wasn't under the impression that we would just like wipe the floor with the guy, but I was sort of under the impression that we would give it a good go. I know when you do a normal fight with people, you get a little bit of a buff, like a 10%, a 20, every time you sort of fail. I don't know if that's applying to us here. I mean, at least, again, learning experience. God damn! That happens way too quickly. Way too quickly. Fuck me. Oh. Not doing a good job here, though, either. Alright, so we all gotta run over here. That's the deal with this thing. I don't know if like if I sort of screwed our Alice, like did I go to their thing? Like again, it's sort of like that thing where the NPCs are unable to adjust. So I don't know what we're supposed to do with that particular. me anyway, so.
I'm with you.
You almost just can't be standing there. Like, that's just essentially it. But just hope that you're not, because if you're down Broadway on that thing, you are not avoiding that. That is not happening. Now I'm trying to figure, like, did they even go to their thing there? Certainly didn't look like it. I feel like he's gonna do that stupid move again. Like, I'm on fire. Like, I'm on fire here. Do I want to be on fire? Surely I gotta get used to... I gotta probably be using the limit break soon. So that's what they want me to do. No! I'll use it on the next, after this. I used my bubble too early there. I don't even know what that does. I should probably start reading up on this. Okay, is he gonna stand in one spot? Yes. All right, couple of tries, but you know, like, that's part of the learning curve there. I mean, just, you know, figure out, hey, what do we got to do on this? What do we got to do on that? I really thought we could have had it beat on the last time, but obviously, maybe it's part of the, like, hey, the player is not going to learn if we just keep rezzing ourselves. I mean, if I was the healer, I could have rezzed them maybe, but that was it. All right, I'm gonna take this opportunity to go and take a quick little minion. Did we get a minion out of that? A little minion out of that? I did. Oh no, wait. What's that? Is that food? No, it says minion. Doesn't see me as food yet. Fair enough. Did we get anything? Now I went and sorted everything like an idiot. I think those are the things we were getting. Warg things. So yeah, those are far worse than what we currently have. We're rocking 515. So nothing that we got just now was ever going to be any better. Okay, I now realize why I shut my music off on this. So where is my setting, system config? Because then I can play my my Be Right Back music. So I will be right back. if I could find a way to get the YouTube chat onto that would be great too. But okay, so nothing new. This guy, is this guy gonna chat with us now? Might be. Who knows? Oh God! You think after literally a few months, this rug would become flatter?
Familiar. Oh, impressive.
That's probably not their real form. Snuffleupagus? My youth? Oh God, they're cute. I believe I saw them in Final Fantasy XII. Heck, what the fuck is that thing? He's probably looking at me thinking, what the fuck is that
Good to
thing?
see you again after all these years. And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain. But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Shake? Beg?
Our comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence!
This isn't going over as well as I thought it would.
Words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men. You are sinners, one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion. But I know that the Numo are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
Uh-oh. What is happening?
If you will not be satisfied, I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No, I mustn't. Not again. That damn court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety.
Yeah, you sound like you're stuffed. You ever thought of getting those nasal cleaned out, or
what you ask of me? What horrors my knowledge?
get yourself a Kleenex, perhaps, at least? We would never misuse it.
You wish only to save your friends? Nothing more?
Nothing more.
Do you swear it?
Sure. Cross my heart and hope to die.
No. No.
This shouldn't be this difficult. I'm with you guys. Like, what is going on here?
Oh, very well. I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect...
Oh, of course you do. Have you not seen where you live there, Becklug? You need payment?
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
What, there's no secrecy here in the palace? asking someone who's secluded themselves in their own palace, yet they're pretty free willing to go to the Astarion. But hey, you know. Oh yeah, and hop on this boat that we assuming may or may not happen, right? Well, there you are. The others have gone on ahead to the Crystal Tower with Beck Lug. For the record, I truly wish you hadn't had to resort to such words when treating with them. I've never sought to convince, not compel. Yet I cannot deny that part of me is glad your Ange shared his knowledge with the new Moo with us. Had he not, Beck Lug wouldn't be here. Speaking of whom, we should hurry. To keep our guests waiting would only add insult to injury. You may now enter the Grand Cosmos with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, open the Trust, I was going to read that as Thrust, interface and under the Duty and Main menu. A welcomed guest. We mustn't dally around here, Bastion. If Buck Lug is hear the truth of our travails in the first, you of all people should be present. I know. If you're the one that's not letting me go here. These people live extravagantly, I might say. Population of like 7 people. Oh yeah, I gotta call it into the gatekeeper again. You know, can I talk to the Exarch, even though I was just literally with him for like an hour or two? But hey, gotta run it past you again. So I was thinking, I believe I have 32 quests that complete the whole part of the post Shadowbringers main story quest line. So if I could do 8 a day, you know, we're looking at a week, and that's, you know, that's with a week's of play, not necessarily me just playing a week straight, but I mean that you know, if we could be done this in a month before we go on to Endwalker.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your...
I think that'd be good.
But that you hail from another world as well?
I do.
Everything we told you, of the source, the shards,
the breeze
the 7
that's making
umbral
that
calamities,
noise.
all of it is true. I realize how fantastical it sounds, and I would not blame you for doubting our testimony. But given your expertise, you must surely have noted the peculiar nature of their souls.
Any other time and I would have dismissed your stories as balderdash and flummery. But upon closer inspection, 'tis plain their souls are far denser than is normal, and that they do not possess true bodies. Save you. Your body is your own. And your soul is the densest of them all.
As I said before, were it not for their heroism, the skies over Norvrant would still be awash with light, the realm yet at the mercy of Vorthri and the Sin Eaters. After all they have done for our home, seeing them safely back to their own, it seems the very least we can do.
Deep in thought.
Your tale is intriguing. Yes, very intriguing indeed. Simply to hear it is fitting payment in itself. As for your friends, I can but agree. Their valorous deeds on behalf of Norvrant are deserving of recognition. of their own fitting payment.
You will help us then?
I will. I would see my knowledge put to good use for a change.
That is.
I do have one condition, however. I am not the spry young Numo I once was. As such, I will require assistance in my fieldwork and testing.
It would be our pleasure. We'll be laboring for our own benefit after all.
Oh, I thought you were going to send me on fetch quests. I'm sure that's due. And before I start Endwalker, it's going to take some work on my end. Like, as I said, I know how to play Reaper. It's fine. But it's I feel like I need to get a few... at least a couple of like I'd love to get Black Mage, maybe Red Mage, and then at least maybe we have some melee. Like maybe I'll keep Reaper in and around. But that's the problem of like you can only level one up. Again, this is gonna be solved in Evercold, but it's not solved yet. And so like I gotta find something that I'm gonna be comfortable playing for months at a time, and I'm just not feeling it at the moment. I'm just gonna go take a couple ibuprofen. My shoulder is killing me. Gonna wash that down with some scotch. Start the morning off right. Right, Peter Russo? Alright. What's the next quest? Or I guess it's not a next quest, but a continuation. What things do I have to gather for you? You've spun quite a tale, but tell me, have you given any thought as to how you might return to your world? Oh yeah, there's the explanation. Don't have time to explain it again for the 14th time. White Orsite, you say? An intriguing proposition, but one fails to account for the present state of your souls. They come highly charged, likely as a consequence of having maintained tangible forms for so long. In such an energetic, unstable state, there's no telling what may happen to their souls within the Orsite. They could very well become immutable to transference, never to be restored to. Bodies. You couldn't fit those two words in that text box. Oh, then would it be possible to force our souls into a state of dormancy prior to transference? In theory, yes, but the soul is not a candle to be snuffed out and relit on a whim. Well, that sounds ominous, but what exactly would rendering our souls dormant entail? The deep sleep. In order to maintain a corporeal form, your souls constantly draw ether from their surroundings. This process must be halted and the resulting surfeit of ether removed. Your minds would ultimately be separated from these faux bodies of yours, rendering you incapable of interacting with the world beyond you. A cruel fate under normal circumstances, but one would be rectified upon your return home. Like, are you sure about this? Because that sounds... Leaving lifeless husks, those poor souls at the inn at Journey's Head, corrupted by sin eaters, their ether made stagnant by the light. Corrupted? Stagnant? Might I see these unfortunate individuals? Why? Do you think you might be able to help them? I might, or I might not. But I shan't know for sure until I have seen their condition firsthand. Well, then I'd be glad to take you to them, on the understanding that you won't do anything that might increase their suffering. It was my faith, my man, I lost, not my compassion. Well, I see no need for all of us to accompany you. While you escort out our guests to the inn, I'll assist Urange in creating the requisite oversight. I believe my talents will be better applied to that endeavor as well. Must I leave the three of you to assist Beck Lug as necessary? Now I need a drink. Let's make for a meringue then. Okay. A meringue it is. Leave the crystarium. Alright, here it is, a welcome guest to take us. To the journey's end. Right behind us. You know, they called it the Journey's Inn. It doesn't really look like a nice motel or a hotel here. Like a La Quinta Inn, perhaps. Come on down to Motel 6 and we'll keep the lights on down there for you. So this is Halleck, is it? Yes, his etheric balance leans perilously towards the light. Towards stasis. What do you suppose will happen to him? Not too bright, are you, boy? The same as all poor souls corrupted by the light. He will become a sin-eater. You don't know that. We defeated the wardens and banished the light from the night sky. A Halleck was completely unresponsive before, but now... Mumbles. Then perhaps there is yet hope. If I may, there is treatment I wish to administer to the patients. What sort of treatment? In the course of my studies of the soul, I once created a tonic which could temporarily stimulate the ether in one's body. After some refinement, it came to be used of the Knights of Vobert. Then, for far darker purposes. Lest it fall into the wrong hands, I swore never again to make it, but for their sakes, I will break that oath. It's not like to reverse the stagnation, mind you, but it should offer some measure of relief. Let me guess, you need me to collect the ingredients on to make this, though, right? Like, let's just be honest with ourselves. Oh, you already have it. Look at you. My god, you really could have sent me on some terrible, terrible quest. Tonic has no effect. Okay? Okay, it looks like it may have worked on one of them, maybe. Oh, might have worked on 2 of the 3. Give me a second. Unless that guy was going to break off into a Nirvana song, or no, not Eminem song. Knees weak, arms are heavy, legs are heavy. Vomit on a sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. I'm sure he's nervous. He looks calm and sweaty. To drop bombs. All right. So, what do you think? Nothing. Have you noted any change in the patients? A notable rise in body temperature and increased motor function in most of the patients at least. The more severely afflicted showed no response. As I feared then. It's true with the restoration of night, the corrupting influence of light will no longer grow. And yes, their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium, given time. But this holds true only for the corporeal ether. Their incorporeal ether, that of the soul, is not so easily mended. Which is why those of the later stages of corruption, like Halric, appear unaffected by your tonic. Precisely. The boy's soul is too far gone, his mind held together by the finest of threads. There is a chance he may one day recover, of course, but it could take years, decades even. The gods, he could wait to find himself an old man. Fine reward for his persistence, the opportunity to mourn the life he never had the chance to live. No, there must be something we can do. Look, I realize this is not what we petitioned your aid, but do you think it's possible we could find a way to hasten the recovery? Maybe. Nor do I think it's impossible that in treating them, you might learn something of relevance for your own predicament. Okay. Good for the soul. I suspect the Crystal Exarch has told you of my past, that I was once a mage of the royal court of Vobert, and that soulcraft was my field of study. The tonic you administer to the patients here is one of my fruits of my labors. I hope to do great things for the kingdom. But in the end, my knowledge brought only suffering, a plague the like of which none had ever seen. In the hands of unscrupulous men, which should have been my greatest triumph, instead became my greatest shame. Now you have the chance to redeem yourself. That I do. Comforting thought indeed. But let us return to the task at hand, finding a means by which we might revitalize these people's incorporeal ether. Do you think it can be done? The sky is still ablaze with primordial light. I would call it an exercise in futility, but now we may have a chance. The method I had in mind will entail the conjuring of a familiar. They're able to amplify the energies poured into them, making them the perfect conduit for an ether revitalizing magics we will ultimately employ. If you're about to launch into a lengthy explanation of the metaphysics of your plan, don't bother. I'd rather get on with what you're doing as whatever needs to be done, if it's all the same to you. Whatever regents must be procured, or spells invoked, I'll do it. I admire your spirit. Very well. Your first task will be to gather the necessary... Who didn't see that coming? The purest of waters and finest of clays, as well as a fey lantern brimming with pixie magic. If you're convinced the resulting familiar could help the patients, fine. I'll note, the water and clay will be simple enough, but I think you know what we'll have to do to get the lantern. You don't mean... Pixies took quite a liking to us before. If we humor them with our company, I'm sure they'll be willing to help us. Are we heading back to the Black Shroud? Those pixies? The sylphs? I'll pay a visit to Ilmeg, though I never thought you would be the one to suggest going back there. Ilmeg, apparently, not the Black Shroud. You can't go there because it's a different world. I'm impressed you've all been there. While you're at it, seek out the new Mao of Platani. They'll be able to supply you with the water suitable for our needs. Alright, well, let's get this over with, shall we? There still remains the matter of the clay. Might I prevail upon you to find it? Sure, I thought I was having to get all 3, but just getting the clay? How bad could it be, miss me sticking my hand into some dirt? Clay from Amarang would likely be best. Know of anyone who might be able to assist us? I mean, probably the miners at Twine? If anybody knows dirt and ground, it's them. Alright. While you and the twins are occupied, I'll see if aught else can be learning of the stagnation which afflicts the people here. Alright, good talk. Alright. No by currents. Where are we heading? How far away is this? Oh god. Oh, is there a crystal there? Twine? Take me there. Take me back to the paradise city where the grass is green, the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Ah, Magnus. I am your opium. What a coinkydink. Ah, you've got to come time. Just the moment we finished repairing the Talos and trolley you took on over to Nabatharang. The trolley was no trouble, but the Talos could have been another matter, had we not had a visit from Master Chai. He offered us a share of the leftover building materials from Daedalus Stoneworks, as well as a few trade secrets to help us along. Clever man, that Shy News. He seemed pretty keen on the ideas I had for putting the giant Talos to work. Like a giant trolley, but mine still refuses to see all the good we could do with it. Maybe because it's like you're dressed like a conductor. Ah, you're entitled to your dreams, Jarek. But that doesn't mean you can go harassing our guests with them. Master Chai was just being polite. And something tells me Bastion here didn't come all this way to talk about trolleys. What is it you need, friend? I need dirt. Clay, to be more specific. Let's see. And this familiar requires clay from Amarang. Well, look no further. If anyone can find some quality clay, it's us. I mean, that isn't exactly a commodity nowadays, but there must be some lurking somewhere or other, waiting to be dug up. If I'm not mistaken, there was a time when they used to take clay from Mount Burn mines to make adobe bricks. This is swarming with coyotes now, but yeah, I feel good stuff. What worse could look out there? Alright, so fuck up a couple coyotes. No problem. I'll be on my way. I don't understand why there's a Hall of... Wait, what is the Hall of Novice? I did those. What are you going to teach me now? Because I picked up a new class? Is that it? Oh, did I want to fucking be up here? God dang it. Fucking game. Leave me alone, Debitage. I don't want any part of you. I mean, could I have taken the trolley? Oh, I guess I could have taken the path that way. You're not learning, Jordan. You're not learning at all. This gray hair of mine is seeping into my brain. Can you imagine just like a train just comes rolling on through and murders me? Just that's the end of Jordan. That's the end of Bastion Omega. Reaper and all. See you later. Smell you later. Oh, you can't even jump the trap. Oh, for goodness sakes. Okay, but there you can. Oh, look at the billies, eh? Oh, we're on straight Australia, I think. Oh, in the Falso Kuro Mamadus. Oi! Those are big giant birds, eh? Alright, we're gonna have to fuck up at least this bird. Destination. Is there a few destinations, or is this the only place? Is there ever a moment where there isn't backing construction work going on here? Always. It's gonna be my life for like the next 3 years, probably. Probably longer than that. Later. Alright. That was easy enough. But why do I have a feeling that Alphino and Alice are going to have problems? See you later. Some good looking coyotes, you know? Alright, yeah, he's already all the way back there. Yeah, that's what you sent me out there for? That's what you sent me out there for? God dang it, Bobby. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, they're already back. Lucky me. The twins have returned, and in one piece at that. I was convinced that the pixies would turn at least one of them into a garden ornament, but no. You have the clay, I take it. I do. Pristine clay, to be exact. Wonderful. We need but combine the clay and the water, then heat the mixture with the Fey lantern. After that, it will be a simple matter of settling up on a suitable form and performing the necessary incantation. Well, I have a question. In the event that we need this spell and you weren't around, would it be possible for another to perform the incantation? Assuming they possess the requisite skill, yes. Halric and the others have suffered so much, and I swore to do everything in my power to save them. If there's a chance that this spell could do that, I would be the one to invoke it. Mayhap you should be the one to do so. A deep understanding of the subject's physical state, combined with a strong desire to help them, can drastically increase the magic's effect. And you are plainly more familiar with these people than I am. I dare say there are few in Novrant more dedicated to finding a cure. Is that not so, Bastion? I mean, absolutely. She's the best woman for the job. I'll give it my all. For Halric. For Telsaline. Well, then we're all in the mind of the matter. I'll say shall be the one to conjure the familiar. She seems excited about it, at least.
Let us begin.
I wasn't expecting her to talk.
I trust you've prepared the clay?
My little old butt was carrying that all around?
Now, I would have you sculpt for me a porksy.
A porksy?
Plump, with floppy ears and a short curly...
What if you couldn't sculpt something? What if you weren't an artiste?
A porksy. I think I know what you mean. There we are. How's that?
Can't really tell what that... Okay.
Well, it is certainly creative. There's no denying that.
I love the snickering. It's great.
Yes, yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
It's gonna have a giant nose and a weird mouth, a couple of beady eyes. Looks like a Mr. Potato Head, to be honest.
Not helping.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality. Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the Porksy's image steady in your mind's eye.
Getting up at 6:15 really is getting harder and harder.
Now then, as I taught you, relax and allow your
We got a full
energies to
24 hour
flow.
today. That'll be fun.
With flesh of clay,
Tickle its feet to make it come alive.
on wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality.
Poof! Okay. It's not as bad as I thought.
Not bad for a first attempt. Now, let us see what can be done for young Halric.
What is it that this thing does that will snap them out of this? Like, what is it that you need this little pixie minion thing?
Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's
Okay,
soul.
there's an explanation we got.
You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
I'm gonna be exhausted later at work.
A name. All right, I've decided. Now.
His name's Now.
Go, Angelo!
Angelo? Okay. This work?
Mother, I...
Did it only work for like a short period of time? Or did that just work? No, because they've been out of it for a while. How is he, Beglug? Did it work? I believe it did. You and your fledgling familiar have done well. My eyes do not deceive. A hint of color has returned to his soul. Gods, I would jump for joy if I weren't so exhausted. So close now, Halric. As you even now in the process of discovering, the magic asks much of the invoker. What you may not have realized is that the same is also true of the subject. As much as we must proceed with caution, However, with further treatment, I have the utmost confidence the boy will make a full recovery. Observing the reanimation of his stagnant soul has been most enlightening. I need some time to put my theories to the proof, but I believe I can fashion a spell to produce the opposite effect. That is, to induce stagnation. All this, enabling our safe transport back to the source via our side. Thought occurred to me about this treatment. Backlog said that when the soul is rendered dormant, the mind is separated from the body, that a person becomes incapable of interacting with the world around them. Does that not sound a lot like some of the tempered back in the source? Not really. It is the fate of the most tempered to become slaves to primals, save in a handful of cases. And am I missing something? I can master this technique. The art of revitalizing the soul. I know of at least some in the source who could desperately use such treatment. Gabu. Exactly. His condition is uncannily similar to Halrick's, is it not? The only difference being that his soul was suffused with the earth-aspected aether instead of light. It follows that if his soul is subject to a similar kind of stagnation, there may be a chance we can save him. Right? Forgive me, but who is this Gabu fellow of whom you speak? You see, his condition does sound similar. Yet there is so much more, and more the soul remains unknown even to me. I say this not to discourage you, you understand, but to remind you that this is delicate work we do here. Work requiring patience. Of course, and as long as there is hope of the patience here, I'll devote whatever time it is needed to see this through. But I refuse to spend that time in idleness. It's all the same to you. I'd like to stay here with Angelo and continue with their treatment. The two of you should return to the Crystarium with Beglug. See if you can't make the headway in newly possessed theories. I would tell you to rest first, but you see you need to be convinced. The fire of youth. Well, let us return to the Crystarium then. Oh, I've found you! Sure? What are you doing all the way out here? It's trouble back in Yulmore. Lady Chai is beside herself, singing, pacing, sighing, and a whole lot. Never enough begged me to go and find you. Lying and pacing, you say? It must be urgent. I take it you will be returning to the Crystarium alone. Go on, then. It's not as if I have anything for you to do. Thank you, Beklug. I believe that was the... Sorry for bothering you all like that, but she says the future of Yulmore is at stake. We'll figure it out. I think that was the girl with all the rings, like Thanos, just collecting them all. What do you got, Kaishir? Nowhere to turn. Lady Chai is up in the parlor. Best not to keep her waiting, eh? Well, I won't keep her waiting at all. Fast travel for the win. I'm trying to figure if I want to sell my stuff. How much, how many seals do I have? Alright, we got almost all the... We have max amount of poetics. 18 grand. I mean, I'm not really overly paying attention to them. It's just that, like, you know, they're eating up a bunch of my, But I would like to put the blue gear. I like to keep the blue gear regardless of what it is and put it in with the, put it in the glamour closet. Oh, no, it seems out of the ordinary, though. I do not see Lady Chai anywhere. Probably pacing around outside again, staring off into the distance and all that, sighing. Strange. Well, let's see if we can find her and discover the source of her distress. Whereabouts would she be? There she is. Yeah, okay, that is the woman I thought it would be. Please do not be contemplating jumping. It'd be terrible. Okay, smile on her face.
Thank heavens you're here.
Lady Chai, whatever is the matter?
I knew not where else to turn. Oh, this is all too much for my poor heart to bear alone.
What is?
Alone? What of Master Chai?
Is he dead?
That is the very reason I summoned you. He's gone.
What? What happened?
It all began after the events at Mount Gulg. With Lord Vorthry out of the way, we all agreed that a new leader must be chosen.
And so you held an election?
Yes, well, sort of. Not a single person volunteered to stand.
Can't hold an erection if no one's going to be able to stand up.
After a lifetime of leisure, we free citizens have grown somewhat indolent. Readapting to the harsh realities of life is trying enough, but to take charge of a broken city as well? No one wanted such responsibility. Nevertheless, Yulmore could not well do without a leader, and so we decided that anyone and everyone should be considered a candidate. And after we cast our ballots and counted the votes,
So
the mayorship fell upon
you
my
people
idea.
went from no one wanting to volunteer and stand up that you just went to a blank ballot and let people throw names down, so that the fact that, like, if everyone just voted for themselves, if one person voted for another person, that, like, a vote of two could have happened.
Don't forget, he is more than
Oh fuck, he's probably just like beside himself.
choice. Indeed. I told him as much when his victory was first announced. But perhaps I was too forceful in my attempt to encourage him. For shortly...
I think she pictured, like, oh, the world back to the rich and famous again. My husband's the mayor. Big money coming into me. I don't have to worry about the atrocities of the world.
You believe he was so daunted by the burden of leadership that he felt compelled to flee?
Absolutely. I'd believe it.
Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes. Your husband does not strike me as the sort of man who would abandon his duty, much less his beloved wife.
What, you think someone kidnapped him? Goblin took him?
You truly think so?
I guess we'll find out.
What about you? What do you think is...
Oh, you want my opinion? I mean, I think he's fled, to be honest. But if Alphanode believes that he wouldn't, then I'll let her believe that as well. I don't want to give her any more bad news.
And there you have it, Lady Chai. You needn't worry.
Alphanode's a smart guy. He knows, like, even if he did run, you can't tell her that. She doesn't want to hear that. So, we gotta go and find him, because he fled.
Rest assured we will find him.
And make sure that he understands that he can't run away from his problems.
Thank you, my dear boy. You have set my mind at ease. I will trust in my husband.
Oh yeah,
And
he'll
await his
return. We're gonna have to go get him. Ugh. I wonder if Stream Element has been bought yet. I know I did read that they did secure funding of some sorts, but no one's really dropped who it was yet. Alright. You'll find a notable absence. It makes no sense for Master Chai to have left without a word, but even if he had, he wouldn't have done so unobserved. Someone here will have seen something, I'm sure of it. We should split up and inquire as to whether anyone saw him or leave, or failing that, any idea where he might have gone. I'll meet you at the Glory Gate to compare notes later on. So now I gotta talk to the people. Blow them kisses, I'm sure. Wait, going on the other side here. I sort of wish I could play as another character, garnering some type of experience, but, you know, if the game wanted to be weird of like, oh, but we can't let you hand it in because you don't meet the prerequisite. Like, I don't understand of why I can't just be a level 60 or a 50 here in a safe area and get the experience from these quests. I don't understand why you lock that out to people having to be level 80. I don't understand that. Master Chai, yes, I spoke with him recently, though I recall he was in a rather dour mood, concerned about Yulmore's neglect of industry, you see. With Lord Vothrin's apparently inexhaustible stones of meal, and no great need for money, it's little wonder our business were all but forgotten under his rule. But I assured Master Chai and the Boutique of Splendors we all can do what we can to contribute to the revival of trade here in Yulmore, which seemed to satisfy him. He took his leave soon after. Alright. Is that, there's Buttress. The understory, can we go there? Mainstay. There we go. That's somebody. Let's go on into the nuts board. I could have sworn it said that there was someone here. God damn it, are you kidding me? Go down here for nothing? Where are we going? You told me to go to the understory. Where is this person? God, fuck me in the ass. Further south, maybe? I don't know. I mean, there's the shard that we came with. Are they further down? They gotta be. More stairs? My little feet can't keep up. Out there. Looking for Master Chai, are you? Something amiss? When last saw him, he seemed ready to collapse from exhaustion. I insisted to rest and catch his breath, and talked for a while about his concerns over the city's defenses, amongst other things. He made more than a few valid points. Many of our men are still recovering after your confrontation with Lord Vothri, and finding General Ranjit in a heap in the middle of the plaza shook us all to the core. The man commanded no small amount of loyalty, and some of our longest-serving soldiers seemed lost without him. Indeed, a number of them left. Not that we blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we would still be blind to the error of our ways. Anyways, funding permitting, I proposed replenishing our ranks with volunteers from the derelicts in Gate Town. We have a duty to protect not only Yulmore, you see, but the surrounding regions of Kulusia, and as well, and I would for one welcome any man or woman willing to take up arms for the cause. Indeed, I told him as much, and he seemed relieved to hear it. It was on that note that we parted ways. He headed outside, as I recall. Alright, so not terrible things that are being told, like, so we should be able to find him somewhere. This is outside. Is he outside here? Should just be on the outskirts here. You okay, sir? Ma'am? This burgling. Okay, I'll leave you be to your burgling. Gonna work out wonderfully for you. I recall a man fitting that description. Asked to speak with the poor buggers lately who came from Right. Said he wanted to know the state of things down in the derelicts, and I can't be sure he gave him an earful. Lack of food, medicine, clothing. There was plenty to tell. We hunt high and low for whatever we can scavenge. It's barely enough to fill our bellies, but folk here just don't want to survive. They want to thrive. When we heard that, he started mumbling to himself something about finding us work. Fair play to him, though. Not content with having his ear chewed out about the derelicts, he asked about the other settlements and all. And after that, I can't really say. Looked like he was heading for Gate Town when I saw him last. Alright, Gate Town it is. Alright, I think there's an 8th right here. Just sort of hidden, middle of nowhere. Oh, we haven't even attuned to this one. Jeez Louise. Alright, that is all of them. I was just getting afraid that... Oh, did we miss one? The Glory Gate. Ah, there you are. How did you fare? Have you learned anything which might offer as a clue to Master Chai's whereabouts? I got all these. Interesting. He apparently paid a visit to Queen Bee as well. They discussed the possibility of granting admission to customers from outside Yulmore, an idea to which the proprietor was surprisingly receptive. Oh, sounds like he's got big plans for the place. Yulmore, I mean, not the Bee. Perhaps, but the question remains, where did he go after leaving the city? That we do not know. For the people. We, the people. I'm glad to see that whatever his name is nowadays, Jack Hager, still does that in his slap contest. He's had worn many hats. Generally just a purple bucket hat, but many hats. All we know for certain is that Master Chai has grown and shown great concern not only for Yulmore, but its surrounding settlements. It seems logical then that, having consulted these within the city walls, that he would wish to do the same with those without. Captain, if we could go and make inquiries and write, I shall do likewise in Stilltide. Gate Town I'll leave to you, Cashier. Fair enough. Well, where should we meet when finished? Well, Top Rung would probably seem to be his next most likely destination, so let's reconvene there, and with any luck, one of us will have stumbled upon him by then. If not, we will have situated to continue our search. Alright, where are we heading now? Speaking with Hastelot. Where are you? You are in Right. I think I can afford the 154 to get on over there. Probably go visit the Mender at least. He did die a couple of times. 1800. You high? I mean, I guess I can afford it, but... Where is this person? In the house? Nice house. Can't go in that house. Not allowed in the nice houses. Oh, they're there. They are not in the house. No, the name doesn't ring any bells, but there was a rather dapper-looking Mistel gentleman that was here not too long ago. He wanted to talk about relations between Right and Yulmore, or rather the lack of them. We lost a great many of people to their promises of meal and the chance of a lavish life among the free, and Vothri taught to even take even more from us, conscripting the few able-bodied men we had left to guard his paradise. I need to tell you what happened when the Sin Eaters came. Such things are hard to forgive. But Vothri's gone now, and we're curious to see what will become of Yulmore in the absence. That's what I told your friend. Chai Nuz, was it? I'm sure the others said the same. Not what we wanted to hear, I suppose, but he left so soon after, and that was that. Okay. How far are you? Okay, just up here. That's fine. Don't attack them dodos. Also known as island rails here. Northeast. Probably grab that one. Not ran into that gang, but... This will be something, like, I know I keep saying this, like, I'm just gonna make it so, like, it's at least convenient for me, but... Oh, okay, that Indomitable should not attack me. If it's not up there. Otherwise, I'd be fucking pissed. Going to be. God dang it! No freaking way up there. God dang it. So I gotta go all the way onto the other side of this place. Fuck me in the ass. You go out of your way to go and get something set up, and then it just doesn't do anything. Oh, what level do I have for this? 75. Okay, so we got to do some Reaper side quests, so that I'm sure we're missing out on some abilities, maybe at least their story. I'm gonna go check in on the lodestone just to get an idea. Do I have to talk to someone to get this thing going? For fuck's sake, can't you see people approaching and just make it work automatically? God dang it. What kind of doorman are you? Alright, my assumption is it's just right up here. So I'm gonna find that thing I was going for first. 403 yums to the east. Through Scree mode. Let's see if we're still going the right way. Yeah, it shouldn't take us too long. Stay away from Hardu Badu Loobity Doo. Follow the crystals. Ah, defective Talos. How are you? Southeast. It's gonna be at that fucking tip. You just know it. Don't you hate when you can just know where something is? You're just like, are you kidding me? That's where it's gonna be? To the east. Oh, there it is. Even worse. Sending me up a mountain I can't fly in. Come on. Oh my god, something's following me up here. What are you gonna bring out this time? What is that thing? Oh, you. I was like, what is that? What is that? Like little, is that some, is that the moon? Ah. Yeep. Follow my fancy horse. I think this is this Odin's stead? Love the music it's gotta play. A bunch of yelling. If I could turn back time, return time to Alpha Node, murdered effective Talos. Yeah, plants are bigger than you. Alright. Now we're up here. What have you learned, Alpha Node? For the people, by the people. So he paid a visit to both Bright and Gate Town as well, did he? I see. Kaishir and I gleaned much the same. He seems determined to salvage what goodwill might yet remain among the settlements of Kalusia. The only place left he's left to be going is Amity. Come, if we're quick, we might still catch up with him. Can I take a teleport there? Like, you know, does that work? We're looking for China's. China's, people. China's. Oh, he's not far at all. Oh, this big boy. Should have gotten that ether current if I would have known we were heading in this way anyways, but oh well, I digress, as Taz would say. Just murder this poor guy. See you later. Probably buy some more Gashale? Figure it out eventually. Was he at this little hut? Is that where he's at? I guess so. God, there's quests here at this little hut. Many, many quests. There he is. China's. I love how that's his name now. What's going on, buddy? We've been sent for a little bit of a squad here for you. What are you doing? Your wife thought you ran off. Bastion Offnode, God, what are you doing here? We might ask you the same, Master Chai. We've been looking all over for you. Looking for me? Whatever for? Lady Chai has been nigh inconsolable in your absence. She claims you disappeared without so much as a word, and bade us to return her to your side. What in blazes are you talking about? I left a letter for her in our chambers. I suppose she could have overlooked it, and when she gets an idea in her head, oh, I can only apologize. No harm done, Master Chai, but since we are here, might I ask what compelled you to come out all this way? We were told you had been elected mayor, and from what we had gathered from the nearby villages, you've been inquiring about the people's grievances. Is it safe to assume you mean to take office? Oh, now, let's not jump to conclusions. I did seek to learn about the problems faced by the people of Kalusia. That much is true, but I am by no means sure I am the man to solve them. Tackling our many challenges will require resources, and until I have secured them, it would not be right to assume the role of mayor. I see. And you believe said resources can be found here? Indeed, the people's grievances are many, and in the course of my inquiries, I've already met with several individuals willing to lend their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucial to my plans, a man whose counsel might yet make mayor of me. With respect, such foresight is in itself proof of your suitability. The city needs you, Master Chai, and I'm certain this man of whom you speak, whoever they may be, will reach the same conclusion. For what little it is worth, we will vouch for you should you need reconvincing. Should need convincing. Yeah, whatever you need, you can count on us. Why do I have a feeling he needs me or us? I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything. You've got your actions to speak for you. Well, for as long as I can remember, all I ever wanted was to make it into Umar. And that dream's gone now. It'll burst like a bubble. Or a boil, more like. Anyways, outside of repaying Master Alphanode, I hadn't had a clue what to do with myself. Spent most days in a daze, but you? You've been running up and down, trying to find a way to fix this mess for everyone. I reckon you can do it. You got this lot up Mount Gold, didn't you? How hard can marrying be? You're gonna steer Yulmore into a better future. I know it. And I want to help. Properly help. do something that makes a difference. I don't know what it is yet, but it'll work out in a way. If you let me come with you, that is. You give me entirely too much credit. The lot of you. But I can't deny it gives me heart. Alright, come on then. Let's press on together. So this all just ended up being a giant misunderstanding. We went on to a fetch quest, not for squirrels, but a man who's gonna get put to work. We're here to find the experience needed to see this city thrive. Who is this man exactly, and are you certain he's here in Amity? Well, Rendon is his name, and yes, or he is, or was. I scarcely begin to explain myself when he decided his time was better spent elsewhere. He served as chief advisor to Vothri's father when he was in office. And Ranjit was the mayor's right hand, one might say Rendon was the left. And between them, they kept Yulmore on the road to prosperity. The city needs more than a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. But even if you do, what makes you think he will listen? I mean, before giving chase, might it be wise to speak with those who know him here in Amity? I mean, they might be able to shed some light and reason as to why rejecting your overtures are out of hand. I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps we should start with Tristal then. As I recall, you made rather a favorable impression on him. I'm certain he'd be willing to talk to us. Alright, I assume he's just right over there. Greetings, friends. And you too, Master Chai. I presume you're here to ask after Rendon. I couldn't help overhearing your earlier exchange. Yeah, well, Vothri gone, Yulmore wants for a leader. Should no one rise to the challenge, the city could very well collapse. I came here seeking Rendon's counsel in the hope that we could build a better Yulmore together, and that's still my wish. But given how abominably we were mistreated there, I will quite understand if you choose not to. Don't worry not, Master Chai. I bear no grudge against you or the people of Yulmore, and I would not see you suffer for Vothri's villainy. As you no doubt gathered from your meeting earlier, Rendon can be rather uncompromising. He has his principles, you see, and little patience for anyone he deems less committed to theirs. You desire to the rights of wrongs of your past, of Ulmore's past, is quite admirable. But I fear the guilt you bear on the city's behalf works against you. I can see it in your eyes, and the way you carry yourself. It goes without saying as he sees it as well. You must let those feelings go, Master Chai. Be more assertive, commit to the course, and prove to him Ulmore has more to resolve to change. Resolve to change. I believe he was heading towards Pit 8 when you left. If you go and plan to speak with him, I suggest you'll be firm and clear of your intentions. Very well. To Pit 8 we shall go, and I will not take no for an answer. Nay, not even a maybe. Alright. We've got our plans. Free! I wonder if this like annoys people that we just like having our chocobo and we're just like, you know, I'm not gonna go through the doorway. I am going to go through the fence. Well, I'm gonna hop over the fence. I'm not that rude. Golgnu. You discovered a new location. Oh, those look pretty. There he is.
Well, well, it's you again. And I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do you?
No, I didn't invite them, as it happens, though they are indeed my friends. Well, not only mine, but every true Yulmoran's. They are the ones who awakened us to the truth, to Lord Vothri's villainy, the famous warriors of darkness.
Are they now?
Yes, they are. It would be no exaggeration to call them our saviors. We owe much and more to their kindness, but we cannot depend on that kindness forever.
We need people to pay taxes.
To do so would be a little different from entrusting our affairs to Lord Vorthry. Nay, we must learn to stand on our own 2 feet. And I would have them present.
It's like all those boomers on social media that are bitching that they shouldn't have to pay property taxes anymore because, hey, I own my home, so why should I have to pay property taxes?
Sentiments
As if they don't utilize anything that property taxes pay for anymore. What on earth is going on outside? Hold on.
In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better Yulmore. Gave honest counsel to my superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all.
Some guy with a skyjack again. Seems like that's like a daily occurrence for a little bit, I guess. Alright.
But in time, my values fell out of favor. There was no need for them in this paradise Vorthry was creating.
And so you came here to the pit?
Homeland behind. But you, Chai News, you were...
News, not Nuz. How wrong of me.
Vorthry's auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build.
Put him on the spot.
I can offer no simple answer to that question. But this much I will say. It is my hope that Yulmore can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together. A great many people, myself included, flocked to Yulmore seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain. Seemed an easy choice. And sanctuary we found. As much food and drink as we could ever want. Secured at the cost of the surrounding villages. Little wonder the people gathered at our doorstep, begging to work among the bonded. The free were blind to it all, of course. Content to, as you say, wallow in indolence. In ignorance. Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that...
Hey, it's okay.
Equitably.
It's okay, Biscuits. Welcome on in.
Days of reckless consumption are behind us.
I'm sure you had far more important things to do.
The distinction between free and bond...
And we got through it okay.
...with Vorthry. The needs of rich and poor alike must be considered if our nation...
I was able to do a dungeon with some NPCs, and we met with some guy that looks like he's from Final Fantasy XII, and then we made a small little fairy, and we made Halfric come back to life a little bit, so all good. Much like many things that give notifications.
But I am...
I've yet to come across anything that can give notifications 100% of the time. I don't know what it is with notifications on anything, but like you can't trust them. But it's okay. I can go for another hour and a half or so. At least an hour, I will say.
Together, we could solve the city's problems.
I'm really trying to figure out like fucking shoulder, back, I don't know, whatever's back here. It feels streaming does not help. It like just being slightly lurched forward.
For the people.
I've been dealing with it for like the week or so. But I was gonna see what quests I was at because I know I had
I rather like the sound of that.
32 quests from the beginning. So like I can't remember how many we've done, but there's 32 quests of the until Endwalker starts.
Before I offer you my counsel,
I feel like I've done at least 6.
perform the duties of
So like if I sort of was working out like if we do like at least like 8 a day broken up.
You ask me to help you solve War's problem.
You know that.
But first,
If we play once a week, you know, what we should be done in a month.
accomplish
So by June of next year, we should be done.
that you are a man worth following.
So I don't like the first quest was pretty much a dungeon. I don't understand. So it took us a couple of times to beat the end boss. I found it odd of like, you know, I had to learn a couple of things, which I didn't know like what to do until just you learn it. But like, so Alice, no, was it Alice? No, it was Ishtola. I chose Ishtola instead. So she like died, and the white mage wouldn't get her up. Alice wouldn't get her up. I was just like, what are we doing here? I don't know if they just like accept the fact that they're not going to revive them. So like, we're like 20% to the end. Probably could have done it if she would have got revived, but they just let them sit there, which is cool. Whatever. Ah, meal being neither desirable nor less sustainable option. I assume alternative foodstuffs are now required to fill the void. And a man who hungers does not like to contribute much to society, save violence, perhaps. So tell me, how do you propose to solve the problem? Give me a satisfactory answer, and I'll consider offering you my counsel. Gotta put people working in the fields, I think. It was the palace. We were trying to figure out how to sort of wake everybody up. And so we someone knew of someone that's living in this giant palace. So we go to the palace, and it's someone that looks like I said, that someone that was like from Final Fantasy XII. They look like a big giant rat type of person. She's like she was like a person that was living alone for a while. She didn't trust anybody, but we needed her magic powers to do stuff. So as soon as we like came into the dungeon, this thing looked like had like tentacles for hands and was holding something. So it was like guiding us through this their palace, and then they finally showed themselves, and they're like, I don't want to help you, but then they did. So a little weird. As soon as they are all done yapping, I'll go and see what it is. Well, you've impressed me, Chinese. I have? It's a relief. Oh, you haven't secured my support just yet, just my attention. Grand plans will soon not be enough to persuade the masses. If you ask them to rebuild, you must provide them the means to do so. Fair point, Rendon. At one point do I have given much thought. I proposed the use of Talos to aid in the establishment and maintenance of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production. The Grand Cosmos, that sounds about right. Talos. But Dyeless Stoneworks closed their door a year ago. Without a ready supply of the necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans could really be put into effect. Well, that's the heir of Dyeless Stoneworks. It just so happens that Talos are my field of expertise. And with a little help, I'm quite certain we can acquire what we need in no time at all. We don't have another dungeon for a while. That's, yeah, I mean, I would assume of like, I mean, I sort of found it odd that we were given one so quickly. But I would assume that there, of the 32 quests, there's probably, you know, there was one at the beginning. I'm assuming there's one in the middle, and then there's going to be one that ends, you know, the whole thing. Finding good help is hard. Jai News' look of steely determination is only slightly undetermined by the knocking of his knees. Rendon's quite right. Building Talos from scratch would require time we just don't have. Which is why I propose to make use of the long-abandoned Talos which wander the wilds of Kalusia. Well, there's a lot of those. They'll need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, then the tools required to be able to do so should still be on the top rung. Come with me. Oh, there's 5 dungeons in one trial. Okay, so we might be relatively close to another one. Hard to say. I honestly did not expect 5 dungeons and 1 trial and 32 quests. That is, it's quite a bit. You're not. I'm looking at the quest list. Yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, there are 32 quests, right? Like, I can count, at least, right? Give me that much, at least. I was looking on the lodestone. That's what I believe I counted. Just remember, I am an idiot. Anything is directly possible. Top rung again. How do you guys beat me here? I literally took a fucking chocobo. 51? Now you have me wondering what the fuck I was looking at now. When they're done squabbling, I'm gonna go to the lodestone and show you what I was looking at. Because unless I severely can't count, which I will still act as a direct possibility. The only, well, no, because it doesn't work that way. Yeah, the thing I went to was, I could have sworn was 32. I remember that. Maybe I looked at the wrong fucking. I could have sworn I went to like, because I was looking at them where it said, MSQ, Shadowbringers, and then it, it has, all of the quests, and then on the thing it says right below it, post Shadowbringers MSQ, and then you click on that and then it takes you to all of them. I could have sworn that was, I'm gonna have to look at that, because I might be looking at something wrong. Like, are you looking on the lodestone, or are you looking on, like, a different site, which, like, somehow maybe gives more information? Because we all know Square Enix is incapable of giving people more information than required. Didn't we do something with these Talos? Looking at the Final Fantasy XIV wiki. Now look on the lodestone. I mean, I'll show you. We'll look together, and we'll be able to know if I'm missing something. Or maybe there was multiple patches? But still, I don't think the lodestone wouldn't go that route. Wiki's all I ever look at. Let me get this up. Baba Ganoush. Okay. Hold on. Okay, this should pop up. Not the game. Oh, I probably to shut off game. There we go. Okay, so this is the thing I have, right? So I look at this very top here. Main scenario, A Realm Reborn through Endwalker. And then I go down and we are at Shadowbringers. So I go post Shadowbringers main scenario quests. Oh no. Oh my god. Why is there 1 and 2? Why is there 1 and 2? Why would they do that? I never even looked at that. Never even looked at that. Never even looked at that. Like, I glanced at it. I obviously did. Okay, so, anyways, I still have to know that I'm correct here. So, yeah, like, 32. Okay, I looked at that. So what's at the end of this? Like, is it, okay, so just so I know, was that the end of a particular patch? And then they did another one? Like, is that what happened? Why can't, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, okay. So then there's a little bit, okay. That's odd to me. Oh, I wish, okay. That'd be 51. Fuck's sakes. That is fucking embarrassing. All right. Oh, hi. So keep a lookout for danger and alert Chai news when it's safe to incapacitate the Talos. You may need to move the spyglass as well as zoom in and out and point the spyglass with China's. And give them the signal to sneak near the Talos. Oh god, it's one of those things. I hate these things. Alert Master Chai when it's safe to approach the Where do you go? Yeah, I know it's... Are you supposed to go behind the pillars? Okay, it's that simple. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's going to take 2 years for us to finish these quests now that there's 51. Well, don't stand there while it might fall on you. I did it! I did it! Well, let's move on to another one. Oh, now you've thrown enemies in here. Now I need everybody to run off. Where do you want me to go? Right there? These things are so silly. It's coming right for us. Sakes. Oh my god, I gotta do that all. Oh my god. Something that could have just been super simple to just like, hey, why don't we go out and fight these things as a group of, you know, 3 or 4 people and get them? Like, why? These are so annoying because it doesn't even really pick a spot where it's acceptable as to where you're supposed to point the clicker. How am I supposed to know that you want me to point in that little bit of grass? Instead of make proper sense. I mean, if you're gonna throw in these dumbass little things of where you want me to just like, oh, we're gonna come up behind, they'll just have me click anywhere, which bears to the point of like, why am I even doing this? You could have just made this a simple cutscene. Holy guacamole. Does it actually care? Yes, so it's gotta have, like, see where, like, it's just the crosshair? I'm clicking it and he's not moving. So it's gotta have, like, the little arrows, like that. Like, why does it, that he, like, I was under the impression, oh, we're gonna hide in this little grass. That's where you want me to go? Like, insane. Like, I would have hit the button long ago when he first turned around and wasn't going to do anything. Sand. Oh, you do believe you're getting the hang of this? Well, luckily the guy behind the mouse isn't. Do you know who I am? I'm the warrior of fucking light. Or dark, depending on what world you're from. Just let me throw my goddamn scythe at it. Right into the hooper. We'll be fine. Oh, that one, the game didn't trust me to do it 3 times in a row. It's like, if we ask these people who fail, they're gonna embed their fist into their monitors. I kill gods, is the quote Wolf and I say when they're given silly quests. I mean, when the what's his name, Lugbook, I was picturing a bunch of fetch quests for like his potions. I mean, we did have like a partial fetch quest of where I had to get clay, but like, he sent Alice and Alphanode and Kai off to all different places, and oh, let's talk. And I was just like, oh god, you're gonna send me to get water, clay, and there was one other thing. But luckily, he's like, oh, you can just get the clay. I was like, jeez, like why? See, this is why in the world of like, in a game like World of Warcraft, the fetch quest things make sense to me. And I'll say that because in the World of Warcraft world, your character is not the like I kill gods guy. Like they're just called champion. There's numerous champions. The game is aware that there were numerous champions. Whereas Final Fantasy XIV, even though it's an MMO and there are multiple warriors of light, I believe they do touch on that as well. But they know that you are the almighty powerful guy that's capable of killing gods. Whereas in World of Warcraft, you're part of a smaller little like you're just a champion that you help out the main characters who are the named characters, like, you know, the King of Stormwind, and or, you know, depending on what side you are, they're all people that, you know, are far bigger and more powerful than you. Just help them. You're not the important part. The story doesn't revolve around you. You're just part of their story, which is very odd. So, like, that's why I say, like, fetch quests make sense, because it's like, sometimes you're just the pawn that's got to do the dumb stuff of killing squirrels or whatever. But in this, I am the god killer. What do we, go get this? Go pick up that? What are we doing? What a waste of resources. Like, I get it at the very beginning of games. Like, I get it. You know, go murder 8 squirrels and then go kill 4 bees and and bring back their honey to me, so I know that I can trust you, and you know, then we might do something with you later on in life. But you know, now level 80. The way I figure is that they know they can trust you to not fuck shit up. Well, yes, in the early levels, yes, but now.
Right then, form a line and make for Yulmore.
Aren't people going to be terrified seeing these things approaching Yulmore? But it's not like we haven't been working with Alphanode, Alisei, Y'shtola. You know, it's not like we haven't been working with these people for, like, numerous expansions. Right? Like, they should know that they can trust me. They know what I'm capable of. These guys are going to be terrified of these Talos coming.
What's that noise? Wicked White! Runaway Talos!
What else would the game they be then? Like the game... Oh, no, I get it. The games like these, like, you know... I mean, to be fair, the game could all just be, like, non-filler content. But, you're not going to be making a lot of money as an MMO if that's all it is, right? Like, I get it. Like, that's just, in the end, sort of like a filler experience of, you know... Might as well be a single-player game, right? But... Which is funny, though, as one of the most accessible MMOs that really don't require too much group content, it's a pretty good solo experience. Which was why I was confused, like...
Is that...
When Yoshi P said, like, that they were considering making, like, a single-player version of this game, I was like, wouldn't it just be easier to make the parts of this that require multiplayer, like, either get rid of them for the single-player experience, or, as I've said, fix them so, like, you're just doing parties with NPCs. He's dead.
Oh!
You killed him. But the people who do play this for rating, like, at some point, like, they've had to have played the story, though.
Thank you.
Like, yes, like, those are people in World of Warcraft. Like I said, like, with you before,
Just the sight of you fills
there are raids and or statics or whatever they're called, like, and they sort of you can buy story skips.
It's all right, dear. I should have just come out.
Interesting.
Said what it was I was
I
intending.
didn't know that was a thing.
Trusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
And I guess what's more odd, I mean, having an MMO background certainly helps, but
Not that my absence
just
signified.
running into this game and just going right on into a raid would be a little unnerving, I think.
Naught could be further from the truth.
I knew you could buy level skips. I didn't know you could buy story skips. But then I'd be pretty mad if I bought, like, to be level 100 and then still had to go through the entire story.
I am ready to take office.
Not for me, but...
Oh, how...
Alright, he's gonna become mayor. That's great. Please don't squeeze me again.
Dearest, please.
I still, like, I mean, I still wouldn't think how someone could literally come into this blind. Go right on to, you know, the MOG station, go like, okay, I want to play World of War, or I want to play Final Fantasy 14, but I don't want to do anything, I just want to raid with my friends. And then just, like, buy all of the level skips and everything, and then just jump on into a raid in a few weeks. I don't see how they would do that, but I guess. Yeah, well, I don't see what it is. Like, I'm assuming, like, I mean, I'm sure, like you said, there are people who do play this. But I would assume they are a very small minority of it, but, you know, there might be a group of them. But yeah, there are people in World of Warcraft who just do that. Like, that's their life. Like, I always thought that was the weird thing of like, and I know that there's a couple of high level statics, like, I don't want to say like it's embarrassing, but I mean, I did just come out and say like, I understand that there's some money to be made out of this, and you know, and sometimes like, you know, in order to be good at things, you need to dedicate a large amount of time to it, and then that thus becomes your job. But I don't know. I just don't think it's healthy at that aspect of. Like I was saying before you came in, like I remember in World of Warcraft in my raiding days where like I wasn't doing the super high end level content, which I'm trying to remember what they called it back then. I think there's something high. I think there's mythic at this point, but back then there wasn't. It was just heroic, and I remember thinking to myself like I had to come to a point where I had to say like I can't do this anymore, and like we weren't like level like world firsts or anything. We were doing current content, but I started to think to myself, I was like, this is getting stupid. Like, people would get mad at people for simple screw ups, and like that, like people are all human, and like I think I had like a little bit of like a light bulb go off in my head when I realized, I was like, what am I doing? Like, this isn't fun. Like, this isn't what I want to do. Like, I don't want to have to clear my schedule for 4 or 5 hours, and I can't be bothered in my own home so that I can focus. Like, that's just not me. It was very briefly, but that just was like, no, man. Like, I got priorities, and it is not this. And it's never going to be this. Even if it was my job. But, I don't know. Like, I sort of think people like that got a few screws loose. You have to. I think you have to. That was quite the reception. Yeah, please, I hope just don't hug me again there, Dulia. Please don't. Like, I think, like, a more of an approach to a real... I sort of wish, like, I mean, like, what's the smallest, like, raid? Is it 8 people? In Final Fantasy, or is it 10? Like, it's 10 in World of Warcraft, and of course there's I think now there's 15 and then 25 man. I've never done it really. I think it's, you know, I know the big ones are 24. Like, I just said to myself, like, yeah, like, I guess if you were part of a big guild or something, like, surely you could get everyone that'd be on top of it, but I would more prefer to have people I actually really know in real life, whether you know, over the internet, like, you know, someone like I know you guys for a long time, like, I'd feel good about doing stuff like that on the fun level, but no, I don't know. So you're actually going to be doing some current content raids here very soon with Wolf's brother and a few of his friends and our friends, and I'm worried that people are going to be sweaty raiders, and I'm not in it for the... I mean, the thing is, you're going to find out very quickly whether they're going to be sweaty or not, which is fortunate but unfortunate at the same time, I think, right? Like, it's going to be fortunate because you're going to know immediately whether these people are fucking loopy about that type of thing, or are they all going to be chill? I think you're going to know very quickly. Like, because, you know, I think if you're going to be doing current stuff, there is a level of difficulty where mistakes will happen, and you're going to get to see, like, are people just chill and good about it? And everyone can, hey, we'll get it eventually? Or is someone going to lose their mind, right? And you're going to like, oh, this ain't for me. Sorry. Like, you're cool as friend on this side, but you're ridiculous. So you have 4-man dungeons and 4-man trials. You can also have 8-man raids and 24. Oh, so there's no in between. There's no, like, 12-man raid. And those kind of break out into different stuff. Like, you have regular dungeons, variant dungeons, and criterion dungeons. Okay. Yeah, like World of Warcraft wasn't until rather lately, and when I say lately, I mean it's been years since I've played, but they used to be 10 and 25 man, and then they did they added like a 15 because people were bitching that, like, I guess, like, people couldn't get a 25 man group together, but, you know, too many people were sitting for the 10-man raid group, and then they're like, but, you know, 25's a lot, so you're like, oh, can we get like a middle of the group there type of thing? Yeah. I'm not here for the get good toxic bullshit. You can go fuck yourself. And sometimes people need to be told that. They really do. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like that's where I was getting it with World of Warcraft. Like, it was simple stuff. Like I'm trying to think of like when I started at my job. I think I'd been there like a couple years, but I mean like the scheduling of stuff. And I was like, hey, look, like you guys want to raid till like midnight? Like I gotta get up at 5 in the morning. Like. And then be like, well, it sounds like you should be better, so you shouldn't have signed up for the raid. I'm like, dude, every raid I've been a part of, you know, we're done by like 9. Like, you say your stupid schedule, like, as if you think people are going to clear 6 hours in the evening for you. Like, get fucked. Like, but though, unfortunately, those are the types of people that sometimes just run these things. I don't know why. But they all think high and mighty themselves. And just in the end, you just gotta be like, dude, it's a video game. Like, check yourself? Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, but you will, I guarantee you, you will know immediately. You will know immediately. Yeah, they live in their mom's basement and have 0 life. Yeah. Oh, no need to fret, Bastion. I've never felt better. I'm not all overawed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Yulmore. As for where to do it, where to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend, I suppose the only place large enough would be the Emergent. Then I will go and spread the word among the citizens, both free and bonded. They are to assemble there and to meet their new mayor. You there, Kai? Was it? Would you go and inform the residents of Gatetown and the derelicts? Of course I will. Good lad. I'll let the gods know not to bar in the way of Valthry's chambers. It goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming he's available. As well as just see through it to the bitter end, eh? Dorman at the Crown Lift will show you on up. I mean, and unfortunately in the world we are currently in, I mean, there's a lot of people that are living in their parents' basements, through no fault of their own, of course. But I mean, like, you know, that used to carry different weight a few years ago, right? Like nowadays, it's because people can't afford, you know, a fucking house to themselves or even rent. But understandable. Yeah, and also, like, on the other end of it, too, because I was an altaholic in World of Warcraft, my one problem that I always ran into was, like, I always like playing different characters, different classes, you know, on my off time. And when the rating got to be to the point of where, like, your expectation to keep up with whatever eye level they have decided, or whatever gear that you should be doing on your off time to stay, you know, current, was just ridiculous. Because it's like, dude, I raid to get the top gear. I'm not sitting there gonna go and do heroic dungeons to get meddling gear. Like, I mean, they're very small improvements. I mean, Jesus Christ, like, what are we doing here? Are we going up or down? I think we might want to go down. I got 0 problem with people who live with their parents. That isn't the problem. It's the ones who are the toxic weirdos who just want to be parasites and not even try to live their own life. Yeah. And again, as I was saying, what happens is they get that little taste of running someone else's life through a raid, right? Like that's how they operate. And like I said, I don't know what it is about raiding and MMOs and people like that. Like it's people roll to it. It's ridiculous. I don't even know if I'm supposed to go to the canopy or not. There he is. It's similar in Final Fantasy, where there's raid gear that's generally an improvement in gear from the tome gear to be crafted to raid gear, and then right, like that's the thing, right? Like, so like what would be happening? It'd be like, you know, you'd spend all of your top points from doing dungeons, because you couldn't do raids because they reset, just like in Final Fantasy. But eventually you have the top gear, right? Like you might need to get a ring or something. But like, you know, there's a dungeon that like I'm not running it 100 times for a 3% drop to get this one fucking ring. And they'd get anal about it. Like, oh, are you really part of it? And it's just like, okay, you know what? No, I'm done. I'm done with it. Like, get away. And you're just like, ah, whatever. Like, I remember, like, it was the, like, you know, being an officer of the guild, which I was. And I remember having all my stuff, like, all of my materials stolen because I had my own thing. And then the people who ran it, you know, they get sour. And then they just took everything. Like, that was probably 1,000,000 golds back then. Not that I cared about fake money. But it was always just like, I was like, oh, really? Okay. You get to see how these people are. I think I was able to buy back half of them. Because someone wanted to make a quick buck. And because I had, like, I hoarded my money in World of Warcraft. I hoarded my money in Final Fantasy. I was like, all right. I can at least buy half my stuff back and make a killing on it later. But now it's irrelevant anyways.
Thank you all for gathering here today. But before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around? Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthree's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of the...
Is there raids, like low-level stuff?
But today, we welcome the peoples of the Derek
that like a
and Gate Town
3 or 4 of us could do? Or is there the mechanics of it still like screwy that like regardless of your OP, you just can't do it mechanic-wise?
Beginning.
Like, is there like a Realm Reborn raids we could do for the gear? Like just the 3 of us, like unsynced?
As you know,
or does it not work that way?
An election,
like World of Warcraft, they sort of unlocked things.
I had the honor of
it's like I remember like going through the old because I played World of Warcraft when the first expansion came out.
I promised.
So like, you know, you start to learn of all the cool stuff, and you know they open it up so you'd be able to go in, you know, as a level 100 and do all the level 50 raids and get all the gear, and I would get, you know, the sets and everything like that. Like, what was the first one? Was it the binding coil of Bahamut? Was that what it is?
Not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely.
I remember doing that on my other account.
An acting mayor who will serve only for the interim, while
I decided to sort of come back to it
according to a new.
I did like I want to say what was like, was it the first wing? So I didn't do them on this character. I did them on my other one. And then when it was cheaper to buy everything as a package, and I just made a new character.
Can we think of ourselves
that.
As divided, as the free.
We never really. We might have beaten like a couple of the like we make it to the end, and then it would just be
the
like
systems put in place by Lord Forthree must
hard.
Be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new. To what manner of nation?
Those were hard as balls, even unsynced up until you were like level 80. There was the one raid series that stayed hard for a while.
It cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held.
Like
that we might all discuss how best.
Is there like so in World of Warcraft they opened up raiding.
However,
to be sort of like the duty finder.
Tomorrow,
like where everyone can
the issues of today.
Like nobodies can go in. Like there's it was called the looking for group raid group. So it was a lower tier. So like you'd have looking for group raid tier, then you'd have a normal, then you'd have heroic, and then you'd have mythic. Because people were complaining, like I said this to you before, The problem with World of Warcraft was like they kept all their end bosses in the raids. So like your average player, if they weren't doing raids, they never got an answer to what was going on in the story. It all sucked. So they finally realized like, oh, we have to allow lesser players to be able to do these raids. And that was a, you know, I know there's a lot of kickback from your average player. For someone like myself, I was like, no, that's awesome. More people should experience raids. And then when, you know, you realize how really easy they were, and it's like, well, that's the point. They want people to see the story. If you want harder content, you go and make a raid group, and then you do it with them. And then you get better drops and better loot, and you know, and you get the pat on the back that you did it on the hard mode. I mean, who cares?
Bring back the night.
But it took them forever to do that. Whereas in this game, raids are like a separate thing. Like they're there for hard content. They add a little bit of extra story, but they're never the ending of something. Like at most, there's the 8-man stuff, right, that you do. That seems it's not overly hard to do, but you know, a couple of wipes here and there, people are still capable. There's no way you and I could do anything above normal. If we had like 2 or 3 others, we could probably unsync lower level savage raids, but if you just want to experience normal raids, we could most likely do them just you and I up through Stormblood. Wait. So what, okay, normal is a normal raid. What, 8 people or 24? What's Savage? Is Savage like the tippity top difficulty? Okay, normal's 8-man. Okay. And Savage is a harder 8-man. Okay, so it would be like, for terms for me that I understand, normal in World of Warcraft, heroic was the harder one. A couple more mechanics you might have to do, probably a little bit more health on the bosses type of thing, maybe 1 or 2 extra mob packs to deal with, but pretty much I would assume the same content, but obviously you're going to get better loot. Oh, and then there's Ultimate, so there's normal, Savage, and Ultimate. Okay. That's a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. The action, I hope. I've learned anything from all of this. It's that change begins with the individual. It's but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Yomorians can, it shall be an honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen. We must not forget the individuals who made all these changes possible. Were it within my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into the very stone upon this city stands. I don't need no Mount Rushmore. Ultimate is you have a set static party who learns the fight over a period of actual months, and you have a strategy, and no one can fuck up or you will wipe. It's for the sweatiest of raid. So can I just ask, why is it called a static? I've seen you mention that multiple times. Are you referring to static as in just like always like a set number of people? It's like when I raided in World of Warcraft, like we always had the same people. We never called it anything. We were just like, oh, we're all gonna go raiding. Like, we never refer to it as a static. But I see that, like, not just yourself, but I see everyone, like, on Reddit, Twitter, anyone that mentions Final Fantasy in regards to a raid, they're always like, oh, my static party. And I'm like, what does this have to do with your electricity? It's always the same AP. Okay, so just the name for it. Okay. Yeah, maybe, you know, so... Is the loop between a normal, Savage, and Ultimate, is it the same but just relatively a higher eye level and maybe like a slightly different color maybe? But essentially all, like, I assume there are tier sets that you would get from completing, you know, the raids. You know, depending on what the drops are and everything, obviously, but... Like, again, like, That's some of the, you know, I know the proper end game. I know we're not there yet, but I know the end game of Final Fantasy XIV, much the same as what it is in World of Warcraft. It's when they added in the transmogrification or glamour in this game, that's what people like to do. That people want to show off what they've accomplished and what they did and look good doing it. Gear is different between the tiers, different eye level, and in most cases does look different because these things are status symbols for the raid. Okay. Sort of, again, same in World of Warcraft. It wouldn't be too different. Like, so, like, the raid tier sets from normal, heroic to mythic. The only differences with them is, like, maybe, like, the normal one would be, like, a pretty stale color. Maybe the heroic one would maybe be a brighter color that would stand out. It's like, oh, that person did heroic. And then, like, the high end would glow or something, like to really show off. Like, there'd be that type of stuff. So you would know, like, oh shit, like that guy accomplished something because they had that. Yeah, and then there's B-mounts, like someone would have a big giant dragon. Minions, not so much in World of Warcraft. That was like a later thing, but not too much, really. You've been thinking what you should do. Spent most of my life dreaming about living here and my friends in paradise, and now that you're here, the paradise is gone. But something's better taking its place, and I reckon you want to be a part of it. This Yulmore for the people. Master Chai has been going on about it ain't gonna build itself after all. But I'm not much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. Help keep things changing for the better. Far nobler dream that one if you can clung before, and one I am happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I will pray for your success. Oh, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas on how we can do our bit, just a matter of taking the first step. We got some magic, or some music. Pain and pleasure, orchestrine roll. Where did they add that? Where did they add that? There we go. Vows of virtue, deeds of cruelty. Truly, to see Kai that's inspired by our actions is inspiring in itself. Yet, however, how much I wish to stay to see what comes of his efforts here in Yulmore. We've matters of our own to attend. We should return to the Crystal Tower. Mayhap Beck Lugg's studies have borne fruit in our absence. Yeah, like, this whole thing, really nice, but this was sort of like a little side quest of like, ah, you need to get Yulmore back onto their feet. There's also tiers of trials so that you have normal, MSQ, extreme, and I've done a few extremes. Those are cool. Like I think I've done like an extreme of Ifrit, Garuda, maybe Titan. I think those exist. And that Mog one, King Mog, I think. I don't think I've ever even seen Unreal. But again, if those were added later, I would not have known. No, I do remember seeing Extreme, like, written out, like, Extreme. Again, not on this character. This that's all gonna be new to this guy. If and when we ever do get to it. But... because the hard versions, you can... yeah, there's hard image. Yeah, there's. I think extreme. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can you duty find extreme? I cannot remember, or if they've changed that. Because like I remember, like when I was on Cactar, I played for a very long time, and I was part of a very large, guild. I keep calling it a guild. But like there was always people wanting to run stuff and always wanting to bring people into it. Like just like, someone wants to sign up, go ahead, like, we need one more. Like, and I'd be like, sure, me. And it'd be like, I'd be fucking dead. But I mean, it was cool, like just to get a drop or just to see how it was run, and then run them a bit, because they were well, obviously it was just easy stuff that they were doing for drops or for something or whatever, right? I never said I was good at it. Do I have business? You can duty find extreme up until Shadowbringers, maybe. Okay, so... Yeah, so this was the guy that we had run into, or her. She wasn't in that form in her palace. She had like, she's a lot bigger, and she lived in solitude there. And then she turned into that, and then said she'd help us. Welcome back. I'm given to understand a new mayor has taken office in Yulmore. Party Finder is better for high-tier content, yes. I know the UI is not Square Enix's, you know, strong point. And I don't really use Party Finder at all. But I find when I open that up and look at that, I am so confused by the majority of what people are looking for. Like, there's a bunch of people looking at stuff and doing, and I'm almost like, what are they looking for? Most people don't use Party Finder unless you're raiding. Okay. Or doing something very, it always feels like it's that, or doing something very specific. But that's where you go, like, when you sort of need an extra, right? Or like sort of doing, like, you don't have a set amount of people, a static, as you would say. That's where people are like, hey, does someone want to do a raid? Let's just all get together and do this, and then you know, we got a group, right? Like that's the casual amount of getting people together you may or may not know that maybe want to run content. Hey, I'm trying to learn this fight, so I want a group of learners, or I want a group of who knows and can teach me. Or okay, yeah. So they would be theoretically good to go into if you wanted to learn something, but you know, you got to see if you can find that specifically, obviously, which may or not be open to people. I'm trying to think if I read something. I don't know how, if it was like I don't know if it was Dawn Trail or if it was the previous one. But wasn't someone doing like a world first for the raid? It might have been Dawn Trail, because that's been out for a while now. But I'm trying to think of, like, didn't one of the big teams, one of them get caught using mods? And then they sort of took away like their... we're not going to count this as you doing the world first. Because somebody streamed it or whatever, right? Because it's funny, like in World of Warcraft, you know, because it's been out for so long and usually before streaming, what happened in World of Warcraft was someone would make a YouTube video of it. Obviously not really live streaming something until that became more prevalent. But they were very iffy about whether they would share that video. Like, usually what would happen is the video would be kept private on YouTube, and they'd only share it with, like, their guild. And then, like, hey, we finally beat so-and-so. This is how you do it. Here's the video of where people got to stand, people got to go, or whatever. And then with live streaming, a lot of these big guilds saw money signs, obviously, right? Like, oh, like, let's have a few of our big-time, you know, people live stream the raid and show it. And then, like, the problem is, like, when you're showing people what you're doing, then, you know, if you're making a mistake, you're going to have the other group that's been watching you going, oh, we see where they're making a mistake. We can rush in and fix that. And then, of course, then you get into the world of, like, oh, like, you know, you see what they're doing. Like, even in World of Warcraft, there was, like, I don't want to say, like, mods are allowed, but there's, like, mods that are, like, frowned upon when you're sort of doing that type of stuff, and so, like, you know, they try to not show or try not to use those ones. But I know with Final Fantasy, which I love that, you know, it's like a weird thing, like, they don't actively approve mods, right? Like, they don't want people using mods. I know mods exist, but you don't want to be caught using them because you get banned. So it's pretty simple of just like, okay, you just don't use them, right? Fair enough. It was a group that claimed they were the world's first team to clear the ultimate Omega Protocol raid, and yeah, they were hella cheating. They used a mod that let them zoom way out so they could see attacks coming from off-screen before they happened. Ah, I see. Good morning, Puddles. Good to see you. And I would assume, like, so the other thing is, like, I would assume Square Enix can do this too. Whether or not they would know you're using a mod or not. But Blizzard back in the day was capable of watching a raid. Like, so even if you weren't live streaming it or putting it up on YouTube, they were capable of going in as like a GM and going. They were able to watch the raid and see if any funny business was happening. And sometimes that happened too. Like, it wasn't necessarily a mod, but they would catch, like, maybe there was a bug or a glitch or something. Oh, god damn it. Was he in there? Did I miss him? And then they'd say, like, yeah, like, they would usually get in touch with the guild leader and say, like, hey, we noticed you passed this. We're going to reset it for you. And, god damn it. Again with him for Tatter? What? Who am I speaking with? How long have I known her for? Speak with that. I know who that is. Are they here? Oh, okay. That's why. I didn't know what the source was. Fuck, I don't know what the patrol to the source is. Yes, Jesus fucking Christ, indeed. Yeah, so you'd have people who they'd give them the benefit of the doubt, and they'd say, hey, we noticed you were doing up to some dog shit garbage. No, they're not here. Are you fucking with me? It says more done. Going the right way. What the fuck is going... Hold on. I see a fucking bunch of dogs. Couple fucking numpties that don't know how to fucking control their dogs, I guess. Jesus Christ. We're in a very, like, dog-friendly building, which I love and appreciate. There's some fantastic dogs here. Some maybe questionable fucking idiots for owners that I sometimes don't understand. So, I digress. So now we're back here in the world where I can fly again. There we go. You know, if I would have just, like, went to, there myself via teleport, it would have been far quicker. Then you confuse me. I mean, you could have teleported from the crystal. Probably. Yes. Yes, I could have. I am back! How did everything go in the first? Wait, don't tell me. Growl will be here shortly, and she'll want to hear too. She's just tending to the others. Their bodies. I mean, gods. I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Anyways, you can tell us everything at the moment she gets here. Upon speaking with Tatter, several cutscenes will play in sequence. I passed right by you? God damn it, where were you? Now I can't move. Recommend. Okay. I was maybe gonna wrap it up at like 1-ish. Maybe. I mean, I know it's almost 1. Appreciate the game telling me that it's got a lot of time. I was gonna nap before going to work. This is the end of the first patch. $10 to $15. I always like to double the amount of times and things that I see in regards to video games. I mean, me just sitting here bumbling and being an idiot doesn't help either. You do you. Yeah, I think I will keep this for the next time I play. Now I gotta find where you were. I gotta work. I gotta go back to work tonight this weekend, and I haven't worked in a week because I've been on vacation, and I've been up since 6 in the morning, and so that means I'm gonna end up being up for 24 hours, and I'd rather not. There you are. God dang it. So I apologize to you, Puddles. I know you just came on in there. Mornings for you. But I did get your message. I am so small. I'm a potato. We'll work. I'll at least let you know on the Discord of when we're gonna play Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth Sisters Generation 2, so that we can at least go from there. But like I said, I'm gonna try. You know, I always say like, oh, I don't want to have more than 2 games going, but I think we can finish this, like I said, in at least a year or 3. If we stay good at this, you know, accomplish a few things. I'm gonna try to. I would love if I could have like a Final Fantasy Friday. That'd be great. I mean, the problem is with shift work, some Fridays I'm working, and so I can't do it every Friday. But if I could have a constant of something where I knew like a scheduled day, that would be great. But yeah, I'm gonna go relax a little bit. Oh, you're drinking. Oh, that's definitely. Is that like some type of emote people got to pay for again? I love the mug. An emote from an event. Fair enough. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can barely see me over the table. It's my view. I appreciate you coming on in for the help and the chatting. It's always good. I will see you probably maybe Monday. I'm on nights, so I don't know. Depending on what time, it might be a later stream if there is one. Depends how miserable I am come Monday morning. Alcohol solves all life's problems, though, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am out. Thank you for coming on in. As always, as Kenny Omega says, it's time for me to bounce out and say goodbye and good night. Bye. We'll get there. Fucking timing biscuits, work on it. We'll get there. Bye! Later, taters.